Good afternoon and welcome everyone to the John Radesky Academy. We are at the Reading Rockets versus Southwark Pride NBL Division 1 game. Your commentators today are Todd Lindley, myself and Matt Johnson.
Hello Todd, how are you?
I'm good, thank you Matt. How are we doing? I mean, great day for basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope you guys can hear us all right. So give us a shout if you can, if the volumes, everything's all right for you guys there. Because in this gym with 25 Division 1 women playing, it got really, really loud. So we'll do our best to hear each other, let alone everyone else.
It's really difficult to hear Matt already, and that's without the benches already starting. So it's going to be a really tough one to hear us. But if you can all let us know if we're doing like the audio's all good, you can hear us, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. And I want to show in to you all my new T-shirt.
Oh no,
it's not my Superman T-shirt, but the reason I'm sending that, I wanted to show that because this is about women's basketball, right? And we're trying to show Division 1's ball as much as we possibly can. And thank you to all the clubs that are doing that. So Basketball England has sent me a shirt because I'm doing some work with Jenny Cody's group, which is all about women taking up coaching opportunities. There's some fantastic coaches from Jen Leadham, who's all-time great of Great Britain, right through to two ladies, Keely and Annie, that are working at Solent locally to us. So it's a really great thing. So I'm proudly wearing pink. I don't often wear pink. I've got to say, but we're all good.
Proper men wear pink, you know.
Real men wear pink.
Real men wear pink. That's the good old catchphrase from.
But we're all good, and we're going to go down to the court now, and we will see you or hear you very soon. There we go. Good. Teams. Just 45 seconds. Before tip off, last 30 seconds.
Watching.
We have 23 of you already. Early doors, good. We're joined not only by Todd Lindley, but we've also got Satya on the mic. No, not on the mic, on the camera today.
On the panning.
And obviously a good time to say thank you to everyone that's making the streaming across the country possible. I won't ever apologise for saying that either. And this Todd promises, Todd, to be another. I mean, these two teams over the last 3-4 seasons have had such good games against each other. I'll call it now. This game won't be won by more than, I'm going to say 7. Either way.
Tight game.
I think it's going to be a tight game. And I know both teams come in from various levels of conditioning and stuff like that. But there's a real opportunity today to see some really, really good talent on the court. As we say every week, but these two teams have absolutely gone at each other really well with such good respect. They like each other an awful lot as both teams take the knee. And as always, a really fitting start to the competition here at JMA. The refs are ready, table officials are ready, and the players are ready. Here we go. Jump ball slapped around. Again, controlled by Rockets' Jesse Ford. Straight inside to Galia. We'll look at the one-on-one. Well defended. What a start to the game. Tough on CoLA, actually. Really, really good defense as well. Really active defense. And Galia just got the roll. Ball come straight back to her hands.
Puts it in for...
Yeah. First play of the game. you know you're happy if you get an and one first play of the game.
And she makes it as well. I mean,
Yeah.
great start for the Rockets there, and you can tell already that the benches are really loud already.
Yeah, absolutely.
First
and
play of the
what are
game.
we, 12 seconds in, right?
12 seconds and the
And
bench
here we
is
go.
already...
Here's that Rockets pressure defense, Todd.
Like we see every week, we've seen it for the past 2 now.
Yeah.
The press defence.
CoLA do a good job, and again, what we just saw, Satota.
Satota with a... is that steal?
That's
Is
a steal,
is
yeah.
that technically
Yeah.
a steal?
Welcome to 35 of you already. Getting warmed up Saturday afternoon. And one-on-one. Control defensively. Inside pass. Stolen by Siowa on the baseline. Bit of pressure by CoLA as well.
As Satota brings
Cito
up...
handles it. We'll talk you through some of the players to watch. Really nice UCLA rub cut in the beginning. And Siowa comes in and ties up and manages to get a jump ball. Todd, I'm going to give you some names to look out for as well. The young lady inbounding the ball now, Simone Henshaw, has been an absolute warrior for this incredibly good CoLA group. As we see Rockets in another, and Henshaw bats it away. But again, we've seen Rockets straight away. We see this nearly every
week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Luke,
Everyone playing on that roster, everyone knows they're going to come in. And
they've got a big role to play.
Absolutely.
If they come off the bench, they have to bring the energy. Otherwise, Coach Luca will be like, no, I'm really sorry.
yeah, Candela, oh, nice look inside. Finds Galia, helps straight away. Ball kicked out.
Travel
called, yeah.
When I was talking to Coach Luque throughout the week,
Yeah.
he did say that he likes playing against CoLA because they play very similar to the way the
Yeah.
Rockets play.
Yeah. Hey, Todd, you're doing your research as well. Good man.
As a media reporter, you've got to have those insights.
extra-
You've got to have the insights.
And you're right. And what will happen is no team will blow the other one away. I think the biggest gap's been like 17 between them in maybe 4 years. And this is exactly the sort of stuff that the guards for CoLA have got to handle today.
The constant pressure of like Satota,
Yeah.
even the young Siowa of the academy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just pressure. It's really well coached and well managed pressure where they're putting their hands in the right places, but it's all the time. Coach Luque is known for teaching to get on the ball, to make it difficult. Good move. And there's the first basket there for CoLA.
Young Siowa brings up the ball, kicks it to the captain Candela.
Into the dribble handoff. Cito's got the one-on-one against Black. Candela shifts it. Siowa with the reversal. Open mid-ranger. Cito somehow comes up with it. Gets blocked, gets her own rebound. Finds Jessie for that little jump shot which she likes. Jessie Ford there. Opens her account. Rockets go to 7. And again, here's that pressure. Here's the thing, Todd, as well, to keep an eye out is Rockets need to score to get into that pressure. And foul called
On Galia.
against Galia.
For the and one.
What coach will want to see here, Todd, will just, as Henshaw goes to the line to convert this, if she makes the 3-point play, which she does.
Back down to a 2-point game.
Coach Luque will want to see if Rockets are pressurising and anyone's getting beaten one-on-one, he'll want to see his teammate helping each other quickly. Siowa finds her way underneath. Crafty little finish. O'Connell handles the ball. Henshaw got the one-on-one. Likes it. And good, great lead pass. And Jessie blows the layup.
We see this every week as well from Candela. She's a very good floor general. Passes the ball very...
Nice move. And tenacious rebounding as well here by CoLA. And there we go. There's the 2-point game. That's what we're going to be expecting. A little run by Rockets, a little run straight back from CoLA. as Jesse puts it on the floor.
Stolen
by Black. And here's what we've seen before. Foul called.
Straight away the hustle play is out.
Foul was called first. And Josh Thorne has joined us in the comments to
Obviously.
say awful call.
Wouldn't be a Rocket stream without Josh Vaughan in the comments.
Absolutely, good to. I'm sure Josh is there with his kids and trying to manage everything at home. Clipboard.
Clipboard.
Come on, you're 4 now. You've got to be able to see that. Yeah, good to see 42 of you enjoying this WNBL 1 clash. 2 great teams to keep an eye on. 2 very well respected coaches. CoLA will get out on the break and they tie this one up at 9.
With 2 points from O'Connell there.
Yeah, and those aficionados of you. Sila makes another one. Great finish.
Starting to heat
Good
up,
pass.
he's done so.
Yeah, and the coaches that are watching will see that little UCLA cut that is very prevalent. Luke has opened the game with it 3 or 4 times. Foul called.
As Black goes to the line for 2.
Oh, and here we go. Our first shout out is going to go to Charlotte. Charlotte from the under-12. Charlotte, you'll be able to see a number of girls that are just a bit older than you, 16, 17, 18 on both teams here.
As well as both the coaches, Coach Haynes and Coach Burgess.
Yeah, and both your coaches, you're right, so both your coaches from under-12s are here. Corey, sadly out injured with a nasty knee injury, and Coach Charlie, who you spend a lot of time on the Zoom calls with, enjoying yourselves. So good to see you here, and you'll enjoy watching this, Charlotte, so enjoy yourself and your family. CoLA with the press, get their first turnover as well, an easy one for them. And it's not something that we'll talk about enough, I don't think, but seeing how the coaches set up against each other is so interesting. And you can see then the defense that Luca puts in disrupts the offense for CoLA, and they end up with a turnover that they won't like. So Coach Jackson will be looking at that, and he'll settle them down.
Now we're back to a tie game again.
Yeah, Anderson against Simon. That's a really nice looking offense again by Rockets, not converted, and away come CoLA. And there's that transition offense. There we go, our first time out. Yeah, first time out.
As we catch our breath after 4.5 minutes into this first quarter. Matt, what are your early thoughts?
Well, it's so nice to be able to kind of know what you're going to see, right? And this is one of the things that is so interesting for us. When you're seeing 2 teams like this that know each other well, maybe not necessarily as players, but they know each other really well as coaches and institutions. JMA have ended up playing CoLA many times in Final Fours, and it draws me back to a game that I often talk to Coach Jackson about, where the JMA girls had a tremendously physical game against CoLA in a semi-final. And after the game, the loudest cheers were for each other, and it just catapulted my mind back to that, because when you see players doing that, it's for the right reason. The competition is right. There's no malice, no intention, and I think you can see that when they compete against each other. And I'd just wish more people could go and see it, to be honest, Todd. But
just the respect that the 2 teams have for each other.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to see. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And you know yourself as a sportsman that you play really hard against each other, but you want each other to do well. So and a number of these girls will play for each other, with each other, against each other over the span of their career.
Yeah.
So it's a really good. So what I mean, and this is what we've just seen in the first 4 minutes. So I'm enjoying it.
We've got 3 more quarters to go as well after this
Yeah.
one, and it's going to be amazing to see how rough each other get in the game. Like get really battle hard for each loose possession.
Yeah, and we've seen that already, haven't we? Which is great.
It's already started.
So Daisy Thompson into the game early. 5 minutes gone. That's the only change. Turnover. Nice move. Emily Black, number 13 on the line, and another Richmond product, if that's the right way to say it. And Richmond, we've talked about before. Richmond Knights have done a great job giving a home to lots of young basketball players. Missed the pair, but Henshaw comes up with it, and we will see that again, no doubt. There we go again. Terrific fight.
Terrific energy again from Satota. We'll see it every week. Always brings a lot of effort into every game, like every Rockets player.
And here we go, 1-3-1 press by CoLA. Broken, nice job with the skip pass. Turned over again. Syra rips it out, oh, picked up. And what you'll see there, you've got 4 CoLA players fighting for it. Only 2 black vests getting back for that one. It's a great matchup. Picked away again by Cito. Daisy controls a one-on-one. Henshaw just shuffled that step.
And called for the travel. We see young Naya coming in.
Yeah.
For Iowa. 2-point game with 4.
Nearly 60 of you sharing the game with us. Great to see you. Drop us a comment. Who are you watching? Good trap there. That's another turnover. Rockets very fortunate to come up with that one. Thompson goes, turns it over. Henshaw controls it. Good matchup against Candela, Naya. Here we go. Rockets have got CoLA underneath into single-figure shot clock 2 or 3 times early. Down to 3, 2. Have they seen the shot clock? No, she has. It pings up. The referee say, let's go. Cito controlling the offense. Early ball screen. Cito splits it, stops with the runner. Just misses it. Good steal by Thompson.
Another
she gets
steal again.
Back. Yeah.
We've seen it quite a lot already in this first quarter. There's a lot of steals coming from very good defense from both sides.
As Candela goes coast to coast, just blows the layup at the end. You can hear Rockets team shouting for defense. Open 3. Another good attempted rebound by CoLA. Good defense. Rockets come up with that.
Big substitution here for CoLA.
Yep.
3 players coming onto the court.
Yeah, and keep an eye on number 14, Aussie Momadou. She was GB under 16s, I believe. Very talented young lady. Played last year as a year 11. And here's the zone press again for CoLA. The Rockets are going to need to find a solution for that one. That's caused them a bit of issues. There's one solution. Ooh. Black picks up her first foul.
Putting Satota on the line for 2.
Yeah. Cito knocks that one down.
1 point CoLA advantage.
And into the press comes Rockets. Oh, Cito an inch away from getting another steal. foul called on Daisy. It's on the arm, basket, good, and 1 to come.
The two Thompsons switching out for each other. Daisy leaving the court to bring on Mia.
Again, and you can see as soon as CoLA scored, they're able to set up their trap.
And we're just experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment. Bear with us just 1 second with the camera. We'll just describe the action for you guys. We won't. CoLA bring up the ball with Anderson on. Black drives.
I know you won't be able to see that, but right underneath us, really good defense by Rockets. And also, you would have just missed, you'd have just caught up with that, Todd, but the Candela, we should be back with you now, I think. And Candela had a really nice move. Offensive foul against Naya, her first. And the score is 16-14, 1:56 to go. CoLA ball.
Young Ava has switched. Galia.
Yeah.
Lots of academy talent out there from the JMA Rockets with Naya, Satota, Mia and Ava on the court. Always great to see young talent. You say it every week, Matt. Every week, always great to see young talent on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to work out what's going on here. I thought that was right. It looked like Galia blocked it out of bounds, and the ref gave it to Rockets. This is a really good matchup as well. Issy there in the one-on-one against Eva, who's first he gets a hand on it straight away and leaves Satota out. Oh, and everyone jumping up for the and one. You just see the extra pace of Satota in transition against CoLA, usually one of the most athletic teams in WABL and Division 1. So really interesting. This is a good matchup. Eva's done a really good job when she's come in first year at JMA, 16, and she's come in and defended girls much bigger than her. Very clever, very good. Acito just misses that one. Very good player for younger players to watch. Playing and getting more than just your standing height. It's not about how tall you are, it's about how clever you can be and outthink your opponent. Acito misses a pair there. Had a chance to tie that up. Candela into the trap with Naya. Jump ball coming. Here we go. Yeah, and Todd, it's a really difficult game to play for the guards, right? For the players with that handling the ball, and this is a real opportunity for young players to see how important it is to have really good ball handling, but not only that, really good vision. Because if you can't see what's ahead of you, you're going to find it difficult to know where you're going to pass. So, nice move, good defense. Oh, great rebound. Yeah, foul call. And Coach Luque is just reminding Eva to box out, which is a tradition for all coaches to do. As soon as someone else gets a rebound.
As soon as the offensive rebound's like, come on, box out.
Box out. And every player is taught quickly to put your hand up and say, yes, coach. Internally, you're not saying that. Free throw, in, out goes Cito, in comes Jessie Ford. Oh, here's Evie as well. Evie, nice of you to say hello to us. 63 of you, you're watching a really good game. Good one for you to watch, Evie. Everyone how they handle the ball against really good defenders as well. Nice move. Yeah, really nice play. Great rebound as well. But good offense from Rockets. Good defense by CoLA. And that's the game we're in. 3-point game. Thompson with a hand on it, and Rockets come up with another, and off goes Candela to the races. Oh, just lost the handle. That's frustrating for her. Out come CoLA against 3 defenders. This is what we're talking about finding the pass. Oh, what a great pass, and right on the button. And Coach Luca just reminding the ref where the halfway line is. And a 3 pumped up. And everybody stopped.
It's all going on, Matt. It's all going on.
So Evie, if you're watching this and you can make any sense of that, you let us know.
Please let us know, because we've got...
Evie, what you could do is you could write into a sort of stamped addressed envelope.
Give me some tips of what I'm actually missing on the court, which would be brilliant.
Down to 7 seconds. Rockets will want to get a good one at the end. And Naya gets one to roll over the rim to cut it to 1. And those of you that are watching, you'll find for Candela, number 9 for Rockets, is frustrated. She's got herself to the rim 2 or 3 times and they've just rimmed out. So this game, although it feels as though we've been here for about 2 hours with the amount of possessions that we've seen, actually, it's only 10 minutes.
It's only been 10 minutes.
It's only been 10 minutes.
And it's been back and forth.
Yeah.
Very high intensity game, which we expected on the word go with. The 2 coaches adopting 2 similar styles.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of players dive on the floor to win the ball, which is great to see. We all love to see players actually giving 100% effort as soon as they get on the court, which is brilliant.
And the intention is so good between both teams, isn't it? Like it's really easy to see that they're really for each other and 2 good groups, and you can see in timeouts when you watch it, when you can see the stream going as well. It's so good to be able to watch the way that teams are put together, so disciplined and organised and that stuff. Now, what both teams will be disappointed with is the amount of turnovers they've had. And without looking at the stats as well, but you'll be able to see the amount of turnovers that both teams have had and the types of turnovers they've had. They'll be frustrated that the opposition has forced them into those turnovers. And there's been a couple for CoLA and a couple for Rockets where they've just been loose with the ball and given it away. So coaches will be looking at that, and they'll be trying to manage that program a little bit better and just manage the expectations of the guards, of having good vision, not getting in a situation where 2 people are guarding you, because both teams are loving the press and loving the trap, which is great for us to watch.
Would you not say the turnovers though is because of both? It's a credit to both teams' defence.
Yeah, you would say that from up here, wouldn't we? Yeah. We would say from here that it's a credit to both teams. But if you're Jackson or you're Luque, you don't want that.
No, you don't. That's what you don't want to give the opposition credit.
You've prepared for that. You should have prepared for that, and you'll be saying, hey, we knew that the trap was coming there. There should be someone behind you. There should be someone ahead of you on the same line and someone coming to the middle. So it'd be interesting for us to watch from here what happens now, when teams have had a couple of minutes after the first quarter, whether they change their approach defensively.
They're acclimatised, they're like ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And back down to the game.
Rockets to inbound.
1 point game. Foul on the floor as we start up.
doesn't quite make it into play. Sito grabs a deflection. As we see Henshaw being brought back into the game, being checked back in. Another turnover match straight off the back.
Yeah, and they're not the ones that the coaches can worry about. That's just a young player not concentrating. The ball just comes out your hand. It happens. That's part of the game. But coach will be saying, right, come on, settle down. Here they go. And you're seeing Sito able to dribble competently right out of that screen and stolen away, and unselfish pass and another unselfish pass right back. And you'll see that again when Sitoto in the pick and roll with Eva tries to pass over Izzy, who's 6'1", 6'2", long arms, very difficult to play against. As Eva goes into the spin, again, this
Can't
is it.
quite get it to go.
Great defense again.
3-point game.
Another little fumble that comes out. Sito reaches in, another good pass.
A little bit of a run here from CoLA. They've managed to put in some buckets.
And they just missed Eva again. Here's the ball screen. Sito attacks, pops it up. Really nice footwork as well on that one to keep the game close. And here comes CoLA again. Rockets are broken up, don't know who they're marking, and foul 2 shots. And even at this level, Todd, players are finding it difficult with the pace of the game to know who they're defending. So right there, mini confusion over who have I got.
Also going on at the very same moment, Matt, is our D1 men. They're playing Barking right now.
Oh yeah,
Currently,
keep us up to speed with that one.
Currently in the having a lead of 36-29.
Is that the second quarter, Todd?
It is the second quarter. 7 minutes gone. No,
and I think you can 2 free throws missed. Candela comes up with it. Candela on the run. And again, that's great save off the floor and a great pass ahead. Yeah, and there's a difference, Todd, right? Right there, Rockets one-on-one in the lane, all the advantage, and it just comes out. Thompson finds Sito into Eva. Another turnover for Rockets, and off they go on the run again. Mia Thompson flies in, and a really important rebound for that one. CoLA then, we're about to go 7 up, just 5 now. And offensive foul called. Against Galia. Important moment here, Todd. Go on. What were you going to say?
It was only 5 points.
Yeah, and it feels like there's a bit of momentum shift at the moment. CoLA seem really comfortable defensively. Rockets struggling to score or to convert, should we say? And CoLA just getting the upper hand, loose balls, defense, those things that CoLA do really, really well.
They're making sure that when they get the opportunity, they're taking it as well. That they get to the bucket and they make it.
And you see that they're running hard for each other. They're running ahead. So all the time, the player for CoLA with the balls most often has someone ahead that she can just kick it up to, which is a really good sign. Not easy to do. Drop us your thoughts. There's 65 of you there. What are you seeing from home? We got Jessie Ford. Great matchup here. Gets a little poke away. O'Connell handled this pressure. Another Richmond, I believe, another Richmond night previous.
Cheetah, a very difficult pass, finds Mia there.
Reverse,
Finds herself open.
Wide open three and just misses. Mia Thompson, more known for the three, gets the offensive rebound and flips it in. And
So she's just not just a shooter there, she got straight in there, grabbed the rebound.
Yeah, and you can see the difference now. It means that CoLA aren't able to get transition offense. Good defense again. Thompson, Henshaw all over it, great save.
And Rockies are back on the move again. They take the ball off the floor and straight away are back on the offense.
Another good pass. Thompson comes in and
just couldn't quite get it to go there, Matt. And we see a timeout. Coach Jackson.
Right. So, what do you think, Todd?
What do I think? I mean,
it's without saying. I think we said before, didn't we, that the pace of the game is important. But I think what you just saw in that one, as Rockets just brought that back on a little 4-0 run for them, what the importance of scoring in this game is not just the scoreboard. It's because it stops the opposition able to get the ball up against you quickly.
And run the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
If you make the basket, obviously gives you at least a second, I would say.
Yeah,
at least a second to get set and then go again.
So what you want to do when you're defending is you always want to play 5 against 5. You want to be the 5 opponents ahead of you. If Rockets keep missing or if they take poor shots or whatever, what you're going to find is CoLA will be out sprinting them, and it's layup city for this team. The pace that they go at. So what Luke is going to be really aware of is making sure we're taking and making the right shot. If that happens, it becomes hard for CoLA, and suddenly Rockets can get into their defense like we saw in the first few minutes. So again, we've seen Rockets starting really well. We've seen the opposition make some changes. We've seen runs from both teams, and I would imagine we should see something like this for most of the game, he says bravely.
He says, hoping it stays this way. It's really interesting to hear that, like, the importance of scoring for the defensive end. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's really...
Yeah. And vice versa. If you're a team that likes to play fast break, most coaches want their players to get out and get running. It's a really enjoyable way to play. You can't do that if you're not a good team that plays defense. So let's have a look. Here we go. Rockets now up in their defense. Looks like they just picked up man-to-man. Pressure's on. Henshaw handles it against Candela. Good matchup. Cito comes in. Good reversal. And there we go. There's the risk reward for the press. And can Rockets get matched up again? Yep, all matched up and down to 7 seconds. Ford gets a hand on it. Cito with a tidy little crossover. This is a great matchup between Espinoza and Black.
Mia Thompson,
Thompson likes to look at that one. Bingo, bango. Richmond Knights 3.
Nothing but net as well. Nice little swish.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she should be in there to do. And look what happens, Todd. The pressure suddenly comes on.
Tie game as well. Puts the pressure on.
Well done.
Another
3
steal.
on 1. Conversion.
Black makes up the easy 2.
And you can see the problem with that. Rockets hit a 3, come down, get a stop with the pressure on. Candela just throws it away.
Swarming defense again. We see it all the time.
And Jessie will see that one back, and she'll say she'll want more composure, 2-footed finish, and take a layup. And there's the difference. You miss the layup at the rim, you're chasing back, and you have to foul.
Just in the comments, Mark Hailwood has joined us. Bingo, bango.
I mean, Mark, the quality of the commentary when you hear the guy say bingo, bango means you're in for a good one, Mark. So you enjoy yourself. You're probably at home with a Chardonnay and a cheese sandwich.
One in cheese afternoon at the Hailwood.
Yeah, exactly. Some of us are working. Really good matchups as well. And then again,
jump ball. And how is that, man? That must be at 4 or 5. Did you see?
Yeah, I was going to say you'll see a lot of jump balls, significantly more jump balls in women's basketball than men's. And some of that is the referees tend to call that a little bit quicker, but some of that is actually lack of vision and not protecting the ball the right way. Nice move. What a move. What a move. And another offensive rebound by CoLA, and that really kills you. Sila back in the game, and immediately out, and Rockets get that 2-on-1, and that is beautiful. That is
was just
beautiful.
so beautiful to watch. Just the passing movement was just... In football, we call that tiki-taka, Matt. Is there a tiki-taka sort of thing in basketball?
Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Long two.
Nothing but strings.
Yes, stroked in.
And there's the benches as we keep telling you about.
And
another easy 2 there for Black.
yeah, and 6-point game. And there we go. Here's the risk reward for CoLA. Open pass. Good rebound by Galia. And 3 players on her. That's probably going to be a foul. Or a ruck, if we're playing rugby.
Oh.
But it's interesting, you see Coach Jackson pumped up then on that last possession. Rockets are just turning the ball over against the press, which he's loving. And there's an element we're seeing. Two out of 3 possessions are close for Rockets to nearly get layups that we've just seen. But then every now and again, they're throwing it straight away, and that's why they're down 6.
It just changed the game that last 30 seconds.
Yeah. So we're nearly up to 70 if you're watching this D1 game as Sila pops in for another layup. And really well read, good court vision by Naya on the pass in bounds. And yeah, Coach Jackson called it straight off the playbook, that one. And there it is again.
Turnover. And turn back over.
Yeah, and it's a really good lesson for younger players as well, because a lot of the turnovers are as Thompson fires another 3. Oh, Naya comes out of nowhere to get it. Sila picks it up. Chaos in mid-court for a moment there. 6-point game into the last 3 minutes of the half. As Sila puts it on the floor, gets bumped, and she's going to go and take 2 shots.
It's all happening again, Matt.
And I think that's where what we're seeing, and this is a really good one for coaches and players when they're watching it, is the player that's passing the ball has to see where the defender is closest to who they're passing to. It's not just about throwing it to the black vest if you're a Rockets player. It's about you having the vision to see where the reds are as well. It's a really important skill that you can't be looking at the ball or just your teammate. You have to see where the nearest player is that could potentially steal the ball off you. As Sila misses a pair. And Rockets come up with it.
In for another cracker at the JMA, aren't we, Matt? Seems like it.
Yeah, I mean, this will finish the half. I'm thinking probably Sila was wide open, doesn't like it. Thompson likes that one though. Just misses it. Guess what? Naya gets an absolute second offensive rebound as Galia goes, step under, ball slapped away. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Naya pumps it up.
3.
Just misses. Great timed rebound by Mamadou. Good outlet.
Anderson brings up the court for CoLA.
Yeah, and they like this little action between between the bigs and the screen. Bodies everywhere.
Henshaw for 3.
Yeah, and that's,
Naya with a series of rebounds for the Rockets here.
yeah, absolutely.
Great to see a little person just going and grabbing
absolutely.
it.
It's going into the last 2 minutes.
Nice
Thompson
little move.
gets
And the foul!
And 1. We are
Rockets like
seeing,
that.
Todd, the rise of the guards today.
Rise of the guard.
Yeah,
So that's Star Wars, that.
But both teams, the rise of the guards. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Both teams' guards really important to the possessions, both offensively and defensively as well. Really, really key, and good to see Thompson with a back cut there and gets rewarded for that. as she misses a free throw, which is very rare. CoLA advance it, another trap by Rockets, and Henshaw in the one-on-one. She will shoot a pair, because that's...
Sito's checked in for Mia Thompson.
Thompson, good contribution. 9 points in 10 minutes, 11 minutes. But played really well within herself as well.
First free throw long.
This young lady on the line 2 years ago wouldn't have shot that three that we just saw her shoot, which looks really, really good now. And credit to Coach Jackson and Coach Brian down there, who now have got she's really progressed her game over the years that I've been fortunate enough to observe. Competent looking shooter now, tough one-on-one, great defender. All good things that coaches want to see at the next level. Foul called. And what we're going to need to see from Coach Luque is that right now we're passing into trap areas quite a lot. So Rockets are passing the ball to where CoLA want them to go. So what we really need to see is them to eye where the trap is and almost bait them into it and then pass opposite from it. So we want to see that where when the ball stays in one person's hands dribbling, it's much easier for the defenders to focus on it. And how on earth did that happen? I have no idea. Jackson will not be happy with that. And to sum it all up, they've just turned it over as well. No, they haven't.
I've kept it.
And that's a technical foul. That's a technical foul against Coach Jackson. A little bit too much discussion with the referee.
I think you say a little bit too much passion for the game. I think you also say that.
So as the referees work this one out, so I think we've got a foul against Rockets. No, yeah, we've got a foul against Rockets and a technical foul against the coach.
Jessie forced to take a technical free throw.
As Jessie steps up and misses it. And I tell you, Todd, in that one where anyone can shoot the free throw, the coach calls you out, says, "Right, you go do it.
You better make it.
If you miss it, you better make it."
Always a bit awkward. You get that one where you're supposedly best shooter, would you say, or your best free throw shooter? You miss it. You
best free throw shooter, yeah, not necessarily best shooter, but yeah, definitely.
Keep the comments coming in, guys. We're watching the comments all the time. First free throw.
Yeah, nice little come off the backboard there. Good rebound by Sito, clean up. And she's off and running. And
it's Jessie.
She passes it. Siwa must be her first miss. And we're back to a 4-point game. CoLA with the lead. Tale of turnovers and mistakes at the moment and missed opportunities at the basket. Oh, Sito somehow managed to throw it off the opposition. In it comes, Galia goes to the one-on-one, kicks it to Jessie. She likes the look of that one. Good looking shot as well, just comes out. Controlled by CoLA into the last 70 seconds. Good defense by Rockets. 8-second violation. Good offense by Rockets, followed by good defense. Sub coming into the game for the first time comes Heather Maxwell for Galia. Heather in her first few games back following knee surgery. Great to see her out on the floor. Screen coming, foul called. Yeah, and young Siwa. Physical confrontation again for her. Great matchups by these young guards. Siwa will get the chance for 2 shots. I think she missed the pair last time. She'll want to knock these ones down. Let's give ourselves just a bite into that lead as she does. If there's any of you youngsters watching and you can see a Evie or any of you Charlotte, have a look at how she shoots the ball nice and high. Drops it down in the rim.
Turn this into a 2-point game again.
Yeah, yeah, and it's what we said at the beginning, isn't it? That, you know, these teams, they're so competitive and they've got so many tools. And Cito comes out with that one and attacks. And the referee calls jump ball. No, double dribble. Coach Luque is frustrated because she didn't dribble it, she controlled it. Maxwell gets her hand and her foot on it. Yeah, and Heather coming in will be a good defender back there, and it's a good matchup for her. One-on-one from the perimeter by CoLA, well defended by Rockets. Reversal, here comes CoLA again. Maxwell tries to defend it, well defended by Rockets into the last 4 seconds. Shot from the perimeter and buried. Great shot. O'Connell makes the 3, timeout Rockets. And 5-point difference into the last 30 seconds. And 63 of you on there. Be good to hear some of your thoughts, whatever you've seen from the first half. Some of the things you're looking at, or if you've got some players that you like to, that you enjoy watching.
Get a little shout out to give them a bit of praise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of the always good to see players supporting players. So we're at JMA and we are 30 seconds away from half time. We've got a 5-point game, and so far it's been similar to what we said at the beginning of the game. Very difficult game to officiate as well, with so much contact, so much energy going right from the defence all the way through the possessions. I just had a quick look now. I think both teams have played like 10 players as well in the first half. So lots of opportunity for lots of players to get into the game as well. And these are the ones where you've got to get in, you've got to make the most of your minutes, and then coach is going to need to play more.
Prove to coach,
Yeah,
I deserve to be here.
Absolutely.
I deserve more minutes.
It's the beauty of this game as well. Coaches can almost single-handedly change their entire team straight away, so you have a totally different look. So it's Rockets ball after CoLA, and you can see from the camera that up there, you'll see that there's that 1-2-1-1 or 1-3-1, depending on how high they go. Zone press. And right into the trap. Siwa stolen by Siwa, turned over, and there must have been about 6 turnovers there. Yeah. And
That looked like it hurt.
yeah, and I'm not sure how loud you could have heard that, but
It didn't sound particularly nice.
no. And young Anderson, who's fighting her way, just grabbed the ball, got released, and fell back, and we could hear her head on the floor. I think thankfully she's got a huge ponytail, and that's probably helped her. It's Coach Jackson having a discussion with the referee, and no one's too sure what's actually happening, I think.
Lots of conversations going on around the court. We see CoLA.
And we've got 5.3 seconds to go. 2 shots for CoLA because foul was called in that last possession. First one misses. Anderson's done really well in this first half as well. Both of the CoLA guards have. To manage the pressure. That was short. Jesse misses.
Fine across the floor again. Foul called on.
And another foul called and round the back. And another 2 shots for Anderson with 1.2 seconds left.
First
misses that one. Just needs to settle herself down a little bit and just lift it up a little bit earlier. There you go. So with 1.2 seconds left.
What would you do, Matt? What would you call?
Well, I think if you've got someone who can catch it down, it's going to be really hard to get the shot off, as we saw, and Siowa managed to get it the length of the court. So we are going to have 30 seconds just to catch our breath here, Todd, and we'll have a look at the stats as well. We'll let you know that we're expecting this game, as it's a 6-point game now, we're expecting this to probably be something similar across the second half. Yeah, and it could be at any time that there's something that goes on the court. Referees are finding their way through it. The coaches are finding their way. The players are finding their way. There's frustration. There's competitiveness. It's got everything that we want to have a really, really good game in the second half. And let's just hope that we've now got all the stuff's managed out the way. And let's hope we get slightly less turnovers. But I still love it. We've got 39 against 33. We've got a really good game to watch, and it's really, really good quality.
Both teams are putting a lot of effort in on both ends of the court as well, which is always great to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have a break now, and we'll be back in about 9 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. 30 seconds to the second half commences with the Rockets and CoLA. We're at 33 to the Rockets, 39 for CoLA. And if you joined us for the first half, you would know it's a very, very physical game.
Yeah.
We've had lots of incidents where players are just flying across the court.
Yeah, and for Rockets, Sayo has got 10, Sito 5, Mia Thompson 9, and everyone else like 2 and 3.
Sharing the points.
Yeah, and then so a quick look for CoLA, and Henshaw with 6, O'Connell 7, Emily Black 10, Issy 5, and Natufe 6. So a number of players for CoLA in the scoring, and as we said before, nearly everyone on the roster for both teams getting into the game. So really interesting, and we have started off with a 6-point deficit for the Rockets, and we are back on court.
It'll be interesting to see what the coach has said at half time. I mean, I always say it'd be really interesting to hear what the coach has said to his team at half time.
Yeah.
And see if the players will actually.
Yeah, and first play of the game saw Candela get fouled, and then found Sito in the corner, and she made that 3 after the whistle. So she'll like to see that one going in.
Good little confidence booster. I know it's only a practice, but.
And on the other side of that coin, Candela rolls it off her foot out of bounds. Quick trap by Rockets, and then Candela gets
picks
it.
Finds Jessie.
Sito rocks it.
Put a foot out of bounds by the looks of it.
And for any of you under 12s girls that are watching, Charlie ran up and said, "Say hi to the girls from me." And first score goes to CoLA.
We're up and running. Up and running.
Rockets reversal. Sito, it's a second turnover for Rockets. Foul called. Good take by CoLA. And good one for coaches looking at how they come out after the second half. Rockets have tried to run 2 or 3 offences, missed them both. And gifted CoLA pretty much 2 layups.
First one good from O'Connell. Second free for slightly left.
Yeah. And fumbled out of bounds. They're frustrating ones as well. You've got your hands on it, can't quite grab it in.
Grab it, and you're like, oh, it's just gone out. CoLA retained possession of the ball. Stolen by Gallia.
Another steal. Candela can't find the outlet pass. Well defended by CoLA. Reversal to Gallia.
Great
Nice
pass.
offense that time. Sito blows the layup.
Henshaw with the rebound.
Yeah, stolen
another deflection.
back by Rockets. Candela for the 3 from the corner. It's just wrong. Sayo bravely goes in with the big trees to try and get that one, but doesn't get it. And this is a 9-point game, and it could be getting bigger. A minute and a half gone. Into the game comes Naya.
You've got to compliment Matt for your great commentary once again from Martin Ford. Saying great commentary. Sito finds Naya.
Max. 3 seconds. Oh, just comes out. Yeah, Martin, I think, probably watching the game, looking at the officiating, which is great if that's able to be done on film as well. Our game just... And
third foul there for Black.
yeah.
Jesse finds Candela.
Jesse for three, it's short. Rockets not looking like they're into this on offense yet. And
Another steal.
yeah, but you can have as many steals as you like, but Rockets need to find a way to score past this difficult CoLA defense.
What would you be saying, Matt, if at this point where Rockets getting loads of steals and what they need to do better?
Yeah, and to be honest, I think you've just got to shut your offense down and just find one or two players that can put it in the hoop right now, because without that, you're going to struggle. So right now we've had, and absolutely right, I was just thinking in terms of players that have scored, Mia scored 9 points, she's back into the game very early. And Rockets just need to find a way to finish off some of this great defense, because the credit to CoLA, in every possession are challenging and their bodies are in their hands on it. And again, Rockets find themselves having to dribble.
Mia.
Thompson straight in. She likes that little one. Again, just misses out. And off they go. Foul called. Candela not with any defensive position.
That's her third of the game. Black at the line for 2. First one good.
Yeah. One free throw to come. Comes out, good rebound by Galia. Finds Cito. And again, good defense by CoLA, coming across just a little bit late on that one, but Cito found the gap. Eva comes in, and that's nearly very good internal defense, helping her teammate. And then you've seen Cito has a very, very few like wide open shots to make, which is a great sign for CoLA defense, especially against such a proficient scorer as we've seen recently. Thank you to all 70 of you that have joined us. From sunny Reading. Cito misses
Not
the
quite,
second one, but somehow comes
Nearly
up with the ball. Okay, and here we go. Rockets changing defense. This is the first zone we've seen from them. And jump ball. And Henshaw will take a look at that one. She'll realise that she's playing against a slightly taller player. Can't put the ball above her head. Because
May struggle with that.
that's what happens.
May struggle.
The Rockets are going to need to find shooters. Black gets in, pulls up. Another rebound by Naya. Eva transition to Naya. finds Eva alone. Nice and composed. Turnover, just as I said, composed, and Rockets throw it away. And CoLA go back court. Not sure that was back court from my particular vantage point. And it comes.
I believe that's a very tight call. I think you're saying that. Very, very. Nice, great move inside.
All the way in.
First field
That
goal.
got everyone up off the bench.
Is that the first field goal of the half, the Rockets? First field goal?
Yeah.
That may be the start of something here, Matt. We could be seeing a Rockets turn around here. A little run from the Rockets, maybe.
Henshaw. Naya gets a 25th rebound.
I mean, divide that by 5 and we got there. It's the 5th rebound of the game, which is Mia in the top corner.
Thompson likes to look at that one. That's the corner one. And Cito plucks it out the air. Down 7. Foul called. And that's also the importance for any of you players that are playing, of the speed that Cito plays at, goes hard at defenders. So it's really difficult to stop her without fouling her. Okay, little run from Rockets. And Luque, with a bit of the momentum, has called timeout. So we're 7-point spread. The game's similar, but we've now just started to see Reading go to zone, which has really helped them a couple of times. Foxed CoLA for the couple of possessions, and I'm sure now you'll probably see another change of defence by one or the other of these coaches. So something to look out for if you're watching on the stream. What will Coach Jackson do now for his offence? What will he do? Will he change defence? Will Luque stay in that little zone that had a little bit of success? And will we be able to see, teams find their offence again? Because it's been really lacking in this quarter is the way that the ball stopped moving for some of the teams. They haven't quite found each other with the pace they did early in that sort of second quarter. So stuff for us to look out for.
Who would Rockets be looking for? Who would Rockets be leaning on in the last 4.5 minutes of this half? The quarter?
Yeah, it's really a good point, because honestly, from the way production would say that Satote has been one of the people that I've looked for before, but she's really not finishing, and yet Mia Thompson has done really well. Just missed a couple of easy ones for her there. So I don't think they will be. I think they'll just be looking for people to be better with the ball in their hands, finding the right player that's open, and making shots. I think with this lineup we've got now, CoLA will look to Issy, number 14. And referees have got this one just checking with each other, because it should be Rockets ball after a foul. There was a foul called, and the table are now getting involved, and there we go. So, here we go. Screen for Thompson. She finds that one. Stopped into Eva. Galia didn't like that one. Finds Eva.
Thompson in the corner.
We've got 10 seconds. Mia throws it up with her left hand and gets fouled. 2 shots. I think that's one of the things about younger teams as well, Todd, is there was still 8 seconds on the clock, and Rockets it feels as though they're thinking it's 1 second on the clock, so they're trying to get a shot up quickly, rather than having the composure, and perhaps, as Mia strokes the first one, rather than perhaps the maturity of the guards, where they need to
24.
Yeah, they need to manage that well, both teams, into the back end of this game. Mia gets a second one to roll. Friendly hometown basketball rims here for her.
Chair made a slide. We'll give her that.
She knows every inch of that ring as well, I'd say. Still the zone here for Rockets. Reversal. It's going to see if CoLA can find a way in, or whether they can make a perimeter shot. There it goes from the corner. It's long. Naya's in the right spot. She's going.
Right, gave her.
On the run, blocked. Coach Jackson can't believe it.
Hands on hips. The frustration pose.
And Coach Jackson checking the call. As I said earlier on, as Eva goes to the line for her first free throw and pops it in.
4-point game.
Yeah, and Rockets have a chance to get this to one possession, which I think Coach Luque would be glad of.
Especially when you've got shooters like Mia Thompson and Daisy Thompson in the ranks.
Yeah, absolutely.
One shot and you're back level.
Yeah, and you know, I think just there's a better balance now of the way that Rockets are playing, and the zone has really helped them. Cito goes, and again, Mia's on the floor for that one. It's the game's 50th jump ball. Possession goes to Rockets, their chance to cut more into this lead. CoLA lead by 3 at the moment. Quick shout out as well to our COVID officers at JMA, Stephanie, my wife, Brackets Johnson, doing a decent job, not as good as Ben Fisher, but well, we knew that. Oh, and tough
ball
call.
Turned over.
Yeah. Coach Jackson, disappointed. So, back to the action.
Back to the action. After a heated moment.
Yeah, it's just a bit of frustration.
I think that's because both coaches are so passionate about their size.
Mia goes all the way behind the back of Issy, and this is a 1-point game.
Timeout called.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
believe by Coach Jackson, but I'm not entirely sure. If I'm being 100% honest with our viewers and yourself, Matt, I have not a clue. I think it was timeout Coach Jackson, but we haven't.
Yeah, and I think it had to be as well, mate, because what you have, you know, they've reduced their lead from they were 9 up and they had a shot to go 12 up, which Henson took that early 3. And since then, we've had timeout from Coach Luque. They've gone to zone, and it's really slowed up this CoLA offense. It's really taken away some of the
dried up the points.
Yeah, it's kind of their offensive confidence has gone, and now what's happened is Rockets are now feeling a little bit of high motivation, and as you can see here, big defensive mistake by CoLA, losing track of the girl with the ball. Mia Thompson just almost walks it in for an easy layup for her, and what a great performance from her. Now she must be up to 12, 14 points. So personal production as well important for the Rockets, and you asked me who would come in, and I said, you know, Mia was one of the ones that scored in the game, and as all the players know, if you've seen the ball go in a few times, you've made a free throw, you've made a layup, you feel a bit better.
We spoke about this last week.
Yeah.
Just getting the ball, seeing the ball go in, you feel better about yourself, and
really important now. Really important 3 minutes for CoLA to sort of get themselves back on track. Remember what we've now not seen the CoLA press defense that we saw before. Not been able to get into it because they haven't been able to score quite as fluently in the last few minutes.
And we're back in play.
Here we go. Here's the zone, and Rockets are going to stay in that zone until CoLA stop them.
I think you can pick up our viewers here.
CoLA throw it out of bounds.
You can start to hear the benches now as well. They've started to come alive again in the second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, unbelievably, Rockets score here, they'll go up, and that'd be, and they could have been 12 down, not 3 minutes ago, right? 4 minutes ago. So very, very different environment in the gym. Naya controls the ball. Played very well, this young lady. But gets to Thompson. Reversal to Cito. Foul called against Red 13, which is a real shame. I think it's Emily Black's 4th. It is. And she has done very, very well. So she leaves the game, and Coach Jackson will certainly need her, I think, in the 4th. And that's always a difficult balance for a player and a coach to play on 3 fouls. as Eva.
First one's good.
3 for 3 from the line so far. And she gets the friendly roll.
Just a demo roll.
And unbelievably, Rockets have managed to scrape out a lead, and they're going to stay in this zone now. And I think CoLA are going to see a lot of zone for the next 13 minutes. And unless they start scoring against it, there's the open one. Good defense again. And there it is. There's 1 second on the clock. So let's have a look, see what Coach Jackson's got. Have we got a 1 second shot clock offense? See a lot of lobs in men's basketball, tough. Yeah, again, great defense by the Rockets. Great to get a shot off there from young Henshaw. Tough to do that with a second to go. We managed to do it though.
Great reaction from the Rockets bench, all getting behind each other's teams. Getting behind each other, which is great to see.
Yeah, and I don't think that was supposed for Galia. Eva now in. Galia with a little stop and pop, and now everything's rolling in for the Rockets as they take a slender lead now. 2 minutes, so it feels like we're in the fourth. We're not, everyone. We're in the third. 2 minutes to go. Henshaw covered by this 1-3-1 zone, and I think Coach Luque, they've only got 2 fouls in this quarter, but that'll be free throws.
Young Heather Maxwell coming back in.
Yeah, Maxwell will come in, probably for Galia to protect her from those fouls. That's her third. And one of the things to look out for as well, Todd, will be when Rockets are defending, Luque will not want them to be fouling unless they absolutely need to. Because there's no need to give CoLA the opportunity to get easy shots here from the free throw line.
Get back in the game. There's no need for that.
It's a 3-point game, right? She makes this one. We're still at 1 possession game, and we've got 12 minutes to go. CoLA have got lots of time to solve that zone.
Second free throw, good.
And there's CoLA straight into the, and there it is. There's the steal. The transition turnover for Rockets. Anderson controls it, finds the corner. Henshaw. And Cito at the back of that zone. Heather Maxwell, nearly blocked it, got it over her head. And we're tied. And yeah, this is going to be a great film for the girls to watch as well, for the players to watch in this one, because so many times players dribbling to where there is strong defence rather than getting rid of the ball before you can get trapped. So tied game. Rockets still in that zone, and as we said, I think we could be saying that for a while now. Yeah. There's the wide open one. She's over the line. It's missed. Awkward offensive rebound. Leah just bashes her on the head. 2 shots to come.
Anderson at the line for 2. First one just short, coming off the rim. Second one just off the rim as well. Henshaw at the line, just missed the first one. Second one is good at the line. CoLA take a 1 point lead with 1:13 left in this third quarter. Foul called.
2 shots. Daisy Thompson will shoot a pair.
Support coming in for both sides now. Dion Dublin with Rocket's zone defense is amazing. And then some support for CoLA as well.
Yeah, Demola, let's go CoLA. Daisy just misses that first one. 72, have you joined us?
Second one.
Yeah, and Daisy puts the Rockets up 1 with a minute to go. And another jump ball. Great job by Mia to get her hands on that one. And that's the pass that needs to come, and another turnover. Out of bounds into the last 40 seconds.
Both teams still with lots of energy on the court. Late into this game. Cito running up the court.
Cito stops, finds Daisy. Blocking foul, she'll shoot 2 more.
2 shots here for Daisy to go, the opportunity to go 2 points up with 29 seconds to go in this third quarter. First one just slightly wrong. Misses both.
Maxwell challenges it, good rebound by CoLA. Tied game into the last 20 seconds. Important possession for either team. Foul by Daisy, going underneath the shooter. So if someone is in the process of shooting, you have to allow them to land.
In the cylinder, allow them to land in the cylinder, as you usually say to me, right?
In a natural shooting, if they're a natural shooting action, they've got to allow them to land. You can't go into their landing space.
First free throw is just slightly long.
Yeah. And that is... Rockets are 12 for 23 from the line, 50%.
Second free throw.
CoLA at 12, 13 for 29, or 14 for 30. So lots of points go missing at the free throw line. So sub there for offense as Luque takes out Heather, puts in Eva. Naya, back to Daisy. Cito gets it into the last trap coming. Foul called. 2 shots for Cito.
Anderson with her third
Nearly up to 80 of you watching, and you're going to see Heather come in the game again. Heather coming in for rebounding.
First free throw just slightly long again there.
And 1 point game. Cito can tie it up with this one, and she misses it. Heather touches it. Into the last 10 seconds. Both teams in team fouls. Trap coming. CoLA. They're open. And 2 shots coming. 76 of you watching if you just joined us. It feels like we're in the fourth quarter. We're not.
We're still in the third.
We're in the third with 2 seconds to go. And Coach Luca will be disappointed with that one. And I think one thing we'll look at, Todd, when people can see the game, when they're looking at it again, you look at, there's a couple of times that defenders have gone into the landing space of the player that's shooting. We've just seen that twice there, one from Daisy, one from Mia. Good rebound from Eva. And heave after the buzzer. And this is a really interesting one, isn't it? Because we've seen it feels like about 2 days ago the game started, and how Rockets were, off and running, stealing the ball, and we said then we didn't think this game was going to be a blowout. CoLA get themselves to 9-10 up, looked as though maybe that was their chance to extend the lead. Rockets change defense. Coach Luca does a good job there, goes to the zone. He again gets himself a little 4-point lead, and back come CoLA. They get a little 2-point lead now with some really tough defense. Rockets missing a few attempts, and CoLA managing to get themselves to the free throw line against that zone. So I think we've got a very interesting tactical choices now by the coaches. We've seen lots of press, lots of aggression. Be interesting to see now whether or not they come out with that same kind of intensity, or whether Rockets are more back into the zone and trying to see if they can continue. Because if CoLA get answers against the zone, it's advantage CoLA. If Rockets can get a bit of a run up and stay in the zone, and CoLA struggle with that, it's going to be advantage Rockets. So I think first 4 or 5 minutes of this quarter is going to tell us what we got. But I would still imagine we're in for a 5-6 point game either way.
Nail biter.
Yeah, I think it could be, and I think it's relatively low scoring, which means there's going to be little runs from each team that are going to be really important. And if Rockets make a couple of threes and get their noses ahead in terms of with offense and start clicking, which we've seen them do in other games, if CoLA's defense steps up, this is a great game for us to be looking at, Todd.
It's been a really exciting one to watch, and for all of the viewers who have watched it, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. We've got 10 minutes left of this game, which is unbelievable to even think about, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you say, Matt, what 2 teams will we see come out here? Will we see a Rockets team all firing all cylinders again, or will we see a CoLA team come out, get a run together, like you say, and just take the game away from each other?
Yeah. So you've got the Daisy, Thompson, Cito, Eva, Mia, and Galia starting for Rockets. So let's see the choice that Luca's got for the first defense. 73 of you joining us in this, what I can imagine is going to be a nail-biting last 10 minutes. And here we go, Rockets have stayed with that zone. Will they be able to find the shooters? And will they be able to stop the inside presence? Henshaw gives it up. Anderson. Open. Cito. Inside pass. Henshaw just misses. Cito grabs a rebound and off they go. And stolen, and that's that transition. Daisy gets back, does well not to foul. And that's the issue. Rockets from defense, great defense from them, and then suddenly come out and turn it over in transition. Inside to Eva, she turns, throws it up, gets nothing. Ball out of bounds, Daisy's there, finds Eva underneath. Guess what, Mia's in there, she gets blocked. Again, poor decisions on offense from Rockets. Four-point game. Open three and buried straight into the game. Was yellow. And she was red hot on that one. Thompson with it on the wing. Rockets trailed by 7. Galia spins to her right hand. It rolls up. Mia gets her hands on another one. Thompson beaten. Corner. Oh, skipped. Little baby jump shot is knocked down.
Good.
Nice finish by O'Connell.
9-point lead now for
Beautiful looking
CoLA.
jump shot. Yeah, absolutely. And there's that 9 points out of nowhere.
Ciso goes straight to the rim and lays it up.
But it's the problem for Rockets. They've stayed in the zone and CoLA scored in it too easily. And there you go again.
Henshaw just brings it straight through.
So Coach Luca, as this group that started the quarter, haven't been able to score as easily as they could before. They need a stop now. This game could be up to double figures, and with one of these free throws going in, Rockets will go into the last 7 minutes trailing by 10.
Substitutions for both sides here. Siowa and Candela are brought in for Mia and Daisy Thompson. For CoLA, we see Anderson subbed out for Black to come back in again. Black's on 4 fouls. It'll be interesting to see if she...
There you go, 10-point gap. So what a great 2.5 minutes for CoLA there to start the 4th.
Both free throws.
Yeah. And in a low-scoring game, 11-point gap is a lot. And Siowa comes straight in and she turns it over.
Ito finds Gardio, passes it off to Candela.
Yeah, good defense by CoLA. Nice pass back door, and Eva makes the layup.
Gets it to go.
Gets it back to 9. Now nearly 80 of you joined us to watch this.
Travel called on Black there.
And this will be a really good game for both these teams to look back on and see about decisions and choices made with the ball. Foul called right underneath us. Blocking foul. And I think, Todd, I think you asked me who needs to step up as well, and in these games you're senior players, so I think Candela would want to see the ball go in the hoop a couple of times. Good defense by CoLA. Good rebound as well. Jump ball called. Coach Jackson frustrated as well, and rightly so, I think, on that one. Rebound taken, and possession now goes back to Rockets. We said earlier that referees can tend to call jump balls very quickly in women's basketball. Candela gets it. Another missed little baby jump shot, credit. Ooh.
Another turnover there. Candela in the paint. Kicks out to Siowa.
Launches
Just
off the
off the ring.
rebound to Eva. Kicks it out to Siowa again. Sito gets it. She stops. Dahlia. She finds a little hole and just misses. Rockets still not able to convert on all those offences.
Foul called on Eva there.
Yeah, baseline ball. Into the game goes Mia. Mia, leading scorer for Rockets with 13. And Dahlia goes out, so much smaller group now for Luque.
Just seeing the comments, Coach Antonio is back again on joining us on the stream.
There he is.
Antonio obviously was the assistant coach last year for this D1.
Yeah,
Women's team.
Antonio did a lot of great work for the women's and girls program over the years. Sito swarming all over the ball. Oh. And what effort. What great effort to get this ball. And that's a big shot. Goes up. And what a sequence by both teams.
It's been one of those games where both teams have put it all on the line. You couldn't say that each team isn't trying as much as they are. Turned over by the Rockets.
Yeah, off goes Issy. Full speed ahead.
Finds
Rockets
Henshaw.
come down. Anderson on the wing. Thompson inside. Good defense by Rockets. Issy looks good looking. Jump shot just comes out. Foul called. Foul called by Red Bull. Deep inbounds into the last 5 minutes now. Rockets still can't bite into this 9-point deficit. Oh, off legs, out of bounds, and Rockets get the ball back. Times, a lot of time left on the clock, but low scoring game. Can Rockets find a way to get a couple of buckets here? Going to have to find some offense.
Sito goes and drives, kicks out to Siowa.
She shoots it.
Hits the rim again. I feel like Rockets need to just make a few buckets now, and that we could be seeing a different game here.
And they've stayed in that zone. Obviously not too worried about the scoring. And I think this could be CoLA's best friend right now, will be the foul count. Because that slap foul by Sito means that CoLA, any fouls now will be going to the free throw line, which is really a good friend of theirs. They just convert, if they're going to convert some of those.
O'Connor on the corner.
Into the last 6 seconds of the shot clock. Long three goes up. Offensive foul. Pushing by young Issy. It's her third. Siowa with a pick and roll.
Sito
drops it
turnover
down, another
again.
turnover, and Rockets still can't score. Stuck on that 51.
Timeout called by Luque.
Yeah, and I think a good one as well. I think a really good one, because if they can't find a way to put the ball in the hoop, it doesn't matter. They're now 11 down, And they've got to find a way to attack CoLA and get better results for offence. CoLA doing a really nice job. Still, they've weathered the storm, given up a few shots. Rockets have failed to put them in the bucket. And they've managed to now find a little bit of momentum of their own offence as well. We just saw this, but more from will than maybe skill at times. And that's another thing that's a real compliment to this young group, this group of young ladies, that they, even if you mess up, you turn the ball over, things, you keep your head, you keep fighting, your intention stays straight, and you keep honest with your group and the way you are. And that's a really incredible opportunity for young players to see that in a game that's full of mistakes. That basketball's full of mistakes. Can you keep your head? Can you keep control of your emotions and still keep your eyes on the things that are really important about doing the good things? So
keep the composure. I think it's the best thing you just said there. If you just sum it all up, just composure at this point.
Yeah, keep composed. And I would say right now that it's a big advantage to CoLA because Rockets haven't scored 11 points in 3.5 minutes in any of this game. So they're going to have to get stops and they're going to have to make shots. And right now, only Mia Thompson on the floor. It looks as though she's fluent from the perimeter with her scoring. Siowa scored 8 points quick and very few points in the second half. So it's going to be tough to find scoring here. Candela for three. Just as I said it. That's exactly the sort of thing that she wants to see.
That could be the start of a little run here for the Rockets. They just need to pull out the stop.
And that's needed to happen as well. So there we go. Is the free throw game already. 3 minutes, 7 seconds to go.
With 3 minutes to go, Matt.
Yeah.
Who would you say is your Elephant and Castle player of the game?
Oh, I think important for Rockets. I think Mia Thompson has done a really nice job today, just in terms of the importance of scoring in a low-scoring game, and she's got herself, something like 14 points or something, 13 points so far.
First free throw is good there.
As Jessie Ford comes into the game.
Any of our viewers watching, let us know who you think your Elephant and Castle player of the game is, also as well as impact player.
Yeah. We got another jump ball.
Story of the game, the jump balls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Black is checked back in it. Stolen by Thompson.
Yeah, and
kicks it to Satota. Goes all the way and lays that one up.
And really important possession here.
Yeah, Henshaw.
Eva slaps it away, and Rockets are all over the place at the minute. Down to the last 6 seconds. Can Jessie's get a stop? 2, 1. And the shot clock looked as though it had gone off. The shot clock looked as though it had gone off before the shot was released. Two shots, whilst the referee's still discussing it on the other side. Coach Luca. And
Black with the first. Free throw's good.
8 of you tuning in. And referees are just checking, saying no. Big rebound by Eva. And no idea what happened there either.
I think it was a shove, Matt. Don't know the technical term for a shove in basketball.
I think you've just made it, mate. Not entirely sure now, because if it was a foul, then the ball should be Rockets' ball down there. Referee. Okay, there we go. So I think it was in too early. I think it was, Todd.
Ah.
Candela.
Goes all the way, can't quite get it to go.
And great defence by Issy as well. And CoLA are going to go into this last 2 minutes up at least 8, and could be anything up to 11 if they make a shot here. Great defence. What a finish by Henson.
Went so high, came down friendly.
Henshaw, sorry, what a great finish. And that, I think, could be the game, Todd. I can't see Rockets having 10 points in them.
Stranger things have happened though, Matt.
As I say that, Thompson just misses the 3.
Timeout called. Coach Luque.
Yeah.
So Matt, you've called game. What would Rockets need to do just to...
Well, I
Strange
think
things have happened.
the hard thing for them, the difficult thing for them, Todd, is that they've got to be able to score against this defence, and that's the thing that they're finding the hardest overall. So even when Rockets are getting stops, they're finding it, as you just saw then, Candela's made a 3, goes to the basket, Issy gets a hand on her, just gets a block from behind. CoLA's defence has been the one thing that they've lived on for them. Whenever you see play a CoLA team, especially a Jackson team, they'll always defend. They will always defend. Whether your skill set is high on offence in that game, whether you're shooting well or not, but you'll never see them take a possession where they're not giving their everything. And that's what always makes them contenders or makes them difficult to play against, even when teams are quote unquote more offensively talented. You're not offensively talented against this team, so it's really good for MC. If I can see a way for Rockets to get back into this, I think the gap's too big. If I'm honest, I don't think there's enough players on the court that are in a groove offensively that can get those points here. If maybe in another game where players and it's a higher scoring game, this gap doesn't look too scary. And with the free throws, equally, CoLA haven't shot the ball well from the free throw line, but neither have Reading either. So, I can't see the game in anything more than about a 10-pointer. We said, didn't we, that
from the start? We said from the get-go it's going to be a very close.
It's going to be within 7. I thought it was going to be. Still might be. Let's see. It'd be interesting to see if Rockets are going to stop the clock and start fouling, because they're a long way down and there's only 3 possessions left. Still no foul. And that is going to be the end of this one, I think. She's out of bounds. As we said, Black needs to come back into the game, giving them another lift defensively.
Rockets will probably need a quick point here if they were to get.
Yeah, and again, it's just too slow. CoLA defence, look, making it hard. And there you go. As we said, too difficult for Rockets. Still no foul. 10-point down. Still no foul.
With 50 seconds left. Great move. Great move there from Henshaw.
Yeah, but good offense, good defense by both. And I think both teams will be looking at their end games as well now that this game's almost done. 40 seconds to go. Rockets weren't able to score, weren't able to foul, weren't able to stop the clock. And in other games, they're going to need to be able to do that. There's Candela.
Nothing but net.
But it's way too, not anywhere near enough, early enough.
And again, foul.
And again, 4 seconds goes off the clock. And they're still 9 down, far too long to go, gone. this needed to happen probably a minute ago to get them closer. Now it's a 9-point game with 29 seconds to go. And chance to make it 10.
Both free throws to
Or
miss.
11 on there, and there you go. And 20 seconds to go. And everyone up and cheering, but to be honest with you, with 10 seconds to go, and it's still 6 down, and the ball's in the opposition's end. Whilst I'm never the one to say this is over, I can't see it happening. But it's really interesting that I think that is probably only Cito's. I'm just going to try and have a look whilst we're here. That is her first attempt at a 3 that she's made. So Rockets, who haven't shot well from the 3-point line, and I've said before in these games, I think they need to shoot more 3s, and that especially Candela, who made one there in Cito, not dangerous enough throughout the whole game from there. Both of them make one when the game's almost done anyway. And they're starting to find offensive rhythm now, and it's going to be too little too late, unfortunately. And go back to that, to credit, even in the last 30 seconds, credit the way CoLA have managed this game so far. They've managed to keep Rockets from fouling them for a long time. They've also managed to just push Rockets to 2 very difficult shots, because the shots that they've made, that Rockets have made, are with someone in their face as well. They're really good
Incredible
level.
shots to make, but I think you are right there, Matt. It's a little bit too late there for a comeback with just under 10 seconds to go in this game.
And Coach Martin Ford is saying, really enjoyable game. And Antonio, yep, CoLA's defence is the kind of defence that all teams need at these ages to keep improving, instead of many boring zone defences that we often watch. And absolutely. And it's been a really interesting game to see both teams and the way that they're trying to get themselves over the line and competing in this Division 1. And we said it'd be within 7, and the game's at 6, and there's 10 seconds to go. Let's see if Rockets can get another possession. There you go.
Great foul there from Candela, stopping the clock.
Yeah, and as we said before this, that's probably going to be needed. And a little bit earlier, I think, as Henshaw goes to the line. She's 5 for 7 so far, so likely to make at least 1, if not 2.
There's the one.
There's the one, and I would imagine, with the composure of this young lady, she'll probably knock 2 in. There you go.
2 for 2 from the line.
And
See if it was a long pass, taking out a hand sanitizer station.
yeah,
Timeout, Coach Jackson.
yeah, and a good timeout just for Coach Jackson with 4 seconds to go, just to make sure the ball goes in, and just to get the ball in safely. And he'll want to end the game with a safe inbounds. Coach Luco would like to see if he can get a steal off this and maybe get a quick bucket just to end the game. But this game's already about lessons for your next game now for both teams. And both teams can look at this game with a lot of positivity. They can look at this game to say there's a lot of learning to do from each player as well. The coaches will be learning. And one of the things that is really underrated is the amount of reviewing that goes on of these sorts of games. And you know from being around the coaches in the academy, those games are very much looked right into. They look at all the learned. The film will be cut up. It'll be on Huddle tomorrow. They'll be able to see it. The players will be able to go on it and analyse it. And nowadays, the players of now that are going to be good in the years to come in their careers, and none of these players are in the prime of their career yet, they're all moving into it, will be the ones that are looking at this game and saying, right, what is it that I need to do? What are the things I didn't do better? What are the things that I need to contribute in the future?
What are the things that they take away the positives and they go, right, okay, but I didn't quite get this all right.
Yeah.
So what can I have done to be more effective would be a great conversation to have, which they do have many times in the
And that's a mindset, Todd, as well. That's an absolute mindset of players. And you have it or you don't have it. And if you don't have it, you're not going to go very far. So if you do have it, you're going to be looking at all the contributions that you made and didn't make, rather than saying, it wasn't my fault because. Good inbounds, foul called.
Black
And therefore CoLA will end up now. Black will end up on the line for 2 shots. And fitting for her if she makes a couple of these. She's not shot well from the line. She's 4 for 10. And it will round off her game nicely if she can knock this one in, because she's played very, very well for this CoLA team, defensively being really well balanced as well. There you go. And
second one
that will be the end of this one. As they steal it again and hold on to it.
And that concludes the game. CoLA taking the win at JMA 71-62 in what was a very exciting game, as we've been blessed with at JMA for the past 2-3 weeks as well.
Yeah, and you know, these games are coming like thick and fast now for these girls, and you know, there's rumour of a WABL, you know, or some games for the academies to come later on. And the key thing that we're talking about, we said every time these two teams play, the game is a really high intensity, high character games as well. And there's a lot of mistakes across these games that the coaches will be able to look at. They'll be able to practice this week. They'll be able to look at what they need to do to get better. And there'll be a lot of self-reviewing as well. So it remains for us to say congratulations to CoLA on a really gutsy performance, really tough performance. Congratulations on Rockets as well, nearly getting themselves nearly back into this game. So really interesting to see how they can change defences and do that. And a big thank you to over 70 odd people that joined us here today, Todd, from JMA. Thanks to Satya for the streaming as well, and the table officials and the referees and everyone that makes this game happen. And you know, thank you to you as well for your time.
Thank you all. We look forward to seeing you again soon when we have another game at the JMA, which is tomorrow, isn't it, Matt?
We're back here tomorrow.
Back here tomorrow for the D1 men, where they'll be taking on Loughborough Riders in the NBL 1.
Yep.
So we'll see you then. Ta for now.